focus on this one.
Indeed. And looking at Salvo's side, for Salvo, we're seeing Shima daring as the only 2DDs. Interesting to see only 2DDs. How this will work, we will have to keep track of. Then they're running 3 Moskvas, a Venezia, a Des Moines, a Montana, and a Kremlin. And you talked about that Kremlin. Is it going to have the range with only 20.7 kilometers? You're going to have to play that closer than you might want.
Yeah, and you got the kiting potential. For YOLO, we see 3 DDs, Marso, Daring, Gering, Stalingrad, Nevsky, and Moscow. So a bit of a Russian bias there. Zhao, that's the first Zhao I've seen in 2 days of play, so I'm going to see how that goes. Good luck, Pay the Piper. And then double Montana.
Are you allowed to bring a Zhao? Isn't it still in test ship status?
For eternity. Zhao was the original overpowered cruiser when she could invisible fire.
Yep. Oh, yeah. People fondly remember, and sometimes not so fondly remember for obvious reasons, the Zhao. So we'll have to see what happens here. Anyway, Shima and Daring heading towards C and B, it looks like, for the side of Salvo. So they're not sending anything to A early, so we'll have to keep an eye out and see what happens there. Only a Venezia going with the Shima to C, so this is interesting. They're not sending a DD to A, but they're sending the vast majority of their force this way. So this is an interesting strat. We're going to have to see what happens. Also, they're already turning the Montana to start backing up and in so that it can get the better ability to dodge out. But with the Montana having 27.4 kilometer range, I mean, it doesn't matter where it is. It's just going to have shots.
Yep. Now for YOLO, they've done something slightly different. They've got a Daring contesting Bravo, but no support really there either. They've got a Marceau quickly diving Charlie, but they've got a bit of backup, bit of a Russian wall, Moskva, Stalingrad, and Montana to secure Charlie. Now on Alpha side, they've got a Nevsky, they've got a Gearing, they've got a Zhao, and a Montana. That's a great kiting force as well. So obviously make a play for Alpha, but if it's not working, all these vessels can trade ground for time. As you can see, the map is huge. There's like 4 hexes north and south of each cap. So they've picked. This is where I'm concerned with the Kremlin because it's at range and it has to be in close. And Alpha definitely doesn't give you that luxury to being close. There's big, wide open spaces.
Shots out on the Nevsky of YOLO's team. He takes only about 5k damage, but opening salvos have been fired. And we're starting to see that Kremlin and the fact that he has to be close in range work against him as he's now going to be targeted by a Zhao, Nevskys, and Montanas for the foreseeable future.
YOLO pick up a Bravo cap. The light side in his Daring is pushing up. He must have RPF, you'd assume, as the enemy Daring from Salvo sort of pushes towards A side. And the Marceau picks up Charlie. So YOLO are up 2 caps at the moment.
I'll have to see. Interesting to see this play out here. Venezia smoking, Shima running out to the edge. Shima's not going to like it when he runs into that Marceau because he will lose that. But all 3 caps have either been taken or are being taken by the side right now of YOLO. So we'll have to see. Though Pay to Piper did just get smacked again. 10,000 off him, and he's getting up. Slowly but surely.
He pushed in recklessly and not aware that he was lit from the Daring coming from Bravo. He got his torps off, but he took a bit of damage.
And the Daring of Narco MOBA, is he going to be okay? It looks like he's going to take advantage of that gap and just survive. So he's going to prevent A. But still, we're 3.5 minutes in the game, and there's already 100-point leads to the side of YOLO, and I don't know where the contestant is going to be. We're going to see the Shima contest at C, but if the Marceau charges him, that Shima just dies.
He does. Venezia is kiting out at Charlie, but the 10-line Russian wall is in effect, so I'll come back to that lately. Shima's going to contest, but we've got the light side in his Daring. Bravo's uncontested. I think he's going to go and try and pincer the Salvo's Daring that's stuck on Alpha.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that. So we're seeing 2 differing moves here. We see the Moskvas, Des Moines, and Kremlin of Salvo pushing up the 1-2 line. This is taking a lot of time, and it's a 150-point lead now. So it's taking a lot of time to get in position. We'll see if it's effective, but
Daring's been raided by the Nevsky, but Nevsky took a big chunk. He's caught nose in at the moment.
Yeah. Daring of Narco shooting the Daring of the light side. Bit less health for Daring of Narco. But if he can trade back a little bit more, it'll be a decent, fairly balanced trade. Nevsky of Crackshot is
he's taking damage. Yeah, not too bad.
There's the smack.
Still not too bad. He can heal it, but he in my opinion, he shouldn't have been nose in. He should be reversing. He's picked the right island to turn though.
Montana shots though. Oh, and the Montana just absolutely smashed him.
That's not a great trade. Not a great. They didn't get the boat kill, and a crack shot could be down. He'll be dark for a while.
It depends on RNG. Oh, 332 health. This is not the spot you want to be.
He'll just be running. That will be the call. Going over to Charlie, looks like we've got a Moskva. Marso is trying to pincer in Salvo's Shimikaze of Merc 85. He is detected here. Now, he can't obviously smoke.
So the Shima's going to go down here. Oh, he might take those torps. We'll see.
Nah, he'll be too quick.
Yeah, but the problem is Moskva plus Stalingrad radar. That Shima's going to die.
Correct.
Nevsky, by the way, still at 332 health, and he is spotted. They're shooting. They do just miss. But he has not been able to heal up yet, which makes me wonder how much he can even heal to once it's up.
He'll get a little bit. It all depends on the amount of citadels he took there. Merc 85 has done a great job. He's actually survived the mass. Oh, no. Now the cruisers come into play.
Yeah.
Just seeing if Dark Sebkin can avoid this Shimmer Torp.
Nope. And I know the Shima wants to fight for C, but you don't have the force over there once you see how much they have to do anything there. Nevsky, by the way, of crack shots, heal has gone off, and he's back up to 8,800. We'll see how much, but 8,800 is a little better, but still in an awkward spot. And we're starting to see that A push slowly come around. But right now it's a 400-point lead for the side of YOLO, so this A push has to be fast and accurate.
Crackshot just has to stay at range. Use these islands to only really focus. He's going to get shot at quite quickly because he's the lowest target here, but
Pay to Piper and the Zhao does get smacked. We'll have to see. There's another good shot coming out from Moskva's. We'll see. He's down to 20k, and there goes the Nevsky of Crackshot.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. Nice salvo there from Waka Flocka. What a name, Waka Flocka.
I'm kind of disappointed it's not the full Waka Flocka flam.
Now, these torps from YOLO's gearing look good on Waka Flocka. He's going to at least eat 2 or 3 from the Kremlin. And even the Des Moines behind him may eat a few. Oh, that hurts. That hurts the Krem.
Oh,
he's going to eat 1 in Des Moines. That's going to hurt even more.
Yeah. So, health pool difference is surprisingly, though, still in favor of the side of Salvo by 30,000 to almost 40,000, going back and forth. We'll have to see. But here comes the A push. So A is being taken, and we're going to see ships starting to contest into B. But that 400-point difference is just, it's a major issue right now that you're going to have to fight back from. And only 12 minutes to do. You've got 60% of the game left to fight back. You're going to have to watch and see what can be done here.
Yep. Now, Salvo haven't conceded Charlie. Even though they lost their Shimmer, the Venetsia's still kiting on the 10. So if the Moskva from YOLO or the Stalin push out, he's going to get sides. But Silver Fat Ships is getting focused here now, at least by 2 or 3 on 1.
Oh, daring knife fight.
Daring.
YOLO,
and that's bad for the light side.
Yeah, Narco still has 6,200, so he's got more, and he's got their daring down to 2,300. He doesn't know this because the approximate health because of the fire, but he knows he's got a fire going, and even if that daring has a heal, that's still, I mean, you're down to 1,500 health pre-heal. That's not where you want to be.
Narco's talking to smoke. Quick smoke, so it's not going to do much. The cap's contested. Whiteside gets a heal off. He is lit. He is hard.
There's the radar from the Des Moines. You're going to see, you're going to see Narco Especially because Lightside just beached himself trying to get off and he can't move. Yeah,
Oh, he's
Lightside is
getting
going to
there.
get smacked.
Oh, silver fat chips, and he's going to. Oh, he's going to make it.
No, he
No.
just gets
No.
taken out. That does give them a bit of time they needed. That points lead is still massive with the fact that YOLO's at over 700 points right now. But that'll give them some time that they needed, and it'll keep that points lead holding at just the 300 and change it is right now. It's not increasing, which they need.
Dark Seb King is getting focused now, and Quantum AE from Salvo's Des Moines pushing into Bravo. This will be hard for YOLO to retain Bravo. The Montana's coming through, but nice work by Salvo to tie down both cruisers on Charlie still.
Yeah, and honestly, Playbuoy, and that great name again, man, they have some really fun names there, has been doing some good work on that Moskva. That Moskva was at 40 plus K not too long ago, and he's down into the mid 20,000s right now.
Yeah, A-side, Salvo's continuing to push, so they're really pushing this room for YOLO to work, but they are low. The gearing's now smoked up. Stalker JS is taking damage. Yeah, they just have to get their focus of fire.
Yeah.
For some reason, YOLO is shooting both Moskvas. They're not really focusing one down.
We'll have to watch this. So now the Moskva Silver Fat Chips is re-engaging, and he's about to have a beautiful broadside on Gypsum if Gypsum's not careful. Oh, and the Zhao gets found and deleted.
I presume the gearing was shooting Studio 6 only because of range, but Stalker JS is down to 3,900. But YOLO have played well so far, but they just need to get a few kills.
I mean, remember, even though Salvo is up in ship kills, they're still down 230 points. And Quantum is now getting harassed by a Marceau, as well as a Stalingrad, actually. So we'll see what these shots do, if any damage goes down. Little bits and chunks, not a lot. But, I mean, it's still, you need to keep killing if you're Salvo, if you want to win this game and give your guys a chance.
Black Death from YOLO evades both sets of daring torps nicely.
Waka's taking torps. Looks like 2, so that's going to put the Kremlin down to low 40s, depending on what the heal happens.
Yeah, he's still pretty happy. He's got the Montana in his face. That may hurt more.
We'll have to see.
Stalker's got a heal off, so he'll come back into the fight.
Studio 6 is in a rough spot here, though. He's got a Gearing and a Montana in front of him, and while he can kill the Gearing with a couple good salvos, that Montana is just working him down. 23k pre-heal, and the Gearing, you could entirely see him deciding to shoot.
Yeah, the Gearing's going to open ward, but Studio 6, because Stalker had to back off, so the Montana's just going to constantly chunk him down. More torps are out on the Kremlin, so we'll come back to that shortly.
Oh, and there goes the Des Moines.
That's a nice salvo. That makes it a little bit easier for Dark Seb. But Black Death is being chunked down.
He is being chunked down. He's charging. This will be interesting because he's going to have broadside on Studio 6. So my expectation is the shots coming in on Studio 6. No, actually, never mind. He's still aimed and firing towards that smoke. He's trying to hit that daring. He will miss the daring. So we'll have to see what he does here. Is he going to go for a ram on the Kremlin? I don't know if he's going to get there in time with only 12,000 health. I think he's going to be short.
Studio 6 takes a bit of damage from the Montani, but Black Death is now giving his side to the Moskva. That's not good.
Yeah. So Black Death will go down. Here's some more torps, by the way, that are going to hit Waka Flocka, I think.
No one.
Yeah, he's down to 16k, and there goes the Montana. So 800 points still for the side of YOLO. They're still up by 230 points. They're down by 2 ships and 30,000 health, but there's
Studio
6 minutes
6 takes
left.
a big salvo. They're not out of it. They just need Studio 6 down, Waka to go down as well. And they really need their Russian cruisers out from Charlie. They've been locked down, considering they started with a 4v3.
Studio manages to snipe out the Gearing. That'll give Salvo a little bit more time and lower that lead to 160, but here comes the Montana. Oh, and he leaves the Moskva on 176. Is he going to finish him? There's the finish.
He does.
And back to that 230-point lead. 5.5 minutes left. 2-ship advantage for the side of Salvo. These torps, by the way, that the Gearing put out before he died, this is going to be massive, depending on how many hit. Looks like it's going to be 2.
3. Could be, yeah, you're right. 2? I thought it was going to be 3.
Yeah, it's going to be 2. So that's a Kremlin at 4,600. Don't know how many heals he has left. But here comes Montana. And Montana does not kill him. Yeah.
Montana's going to have to do something. He literally has to push here. Stalker's back up. He was down to under 7k at one stage. He's got to heal. But Montana has to do something. Marceau's still holding Bravo. He's farming out silver fat chips. But YOLO, even though they've got points, they just need a kill.
Dark Seb might be down here because they've got the Daring in position to shoot the Marceau. And even though the Marceau is being blind fired right now.
No. Venetsiov play buoy shot, but here comes Monkey Bombs.
Man, we just have so many great names in this game. And he is going to take a Venezia Torp, so he'll be down in the low 30s. But it does feel like it's one good shot and the Venezia is dead, though. Without the Moskva support, Venezia might just go for the Ram.
I think he will. He's low. He's fired both sets of torps. They went past.
And he's trying to get the 2-for-1. He's trying to kill the Marceau. He's not going to get the Marceau dead, but he's going to kill him. But yeah, he's going to go for the Ram. So 200-point lead still for the side of YOLO. And the problem is they have to get ships into sea because you don't have enough points. You won't catch up with where the points are.
I think they'll be able to get Marceau's, I think they'll get the ships into sea. All the hit points for YOLO live, most of it in the Montana and Moskva.
Oh, Daring spotted by the Marceau. Marceau Daring fight going to happen here. Can the Marceau win the fight?
Daring's going to win it. The Marceau is going to be continuously hard lit.
Here we go. Is that the kill? There's the kill on the Marceau. So that's going to give Salvo. That's big on Salvo, though. Moskva Stalker 15k. Montana shots are out. He's down to 11k. Montana's problem is he's got to get north, and that Kremlin doesn't have a heal clearly by the fact he's sitting at 4,600. But
he's hiding. He's hiding behind that rock, and Charlie's a 2-on-1. YOLO's Montana of Mabuki, he really had to push around a lot quicker than what he did. Salvo's just going to run. Stalker's just going to run. Is just going to hide.
3 minutes left in game, by the way. So yeah, 3 minutes left in game. Stalker's going to try to get behind the island. He's not going to fire. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be tight. That Montana's a little too far south, I think. And we'll see. Moskva's continuing to try to burn down the Montana, which is the right play. You get the fires on the Montana, they're going to burn them down quicker than your AP is on a bow in Montana, and that'll help you a lot, especially because you've got a Moskva that has more health than you coming down and across right now.
Charlie's now tested silver fat chips. He's on it, so Jip in the Moskva for YOLO is really in a tough place.
Okay, Daring just fired at the Montana. Does the Montana get his guns around to shoot in time? It says Daring's not detected. Daring should totally be detected, though. Should he not?
If he fired his guns, he might have travelled outside his bloom range, so playing right at that detectability.
Yeah. Here's the torps, and the Montana has to go straight in, but 40-point lead now for the side of Salvo.
Yeah, having a couple vessels more alive, I'm going to put this one at this stage. I'm going to call it for Salvo.
I don't disagree with you. Unless the Daring makes a mistake here, but with a minute and a half left, and looks like the Montana's going to get. He might actually even just straight up die to these torps. Yeah, he dies to these torps. Yeah. Or, wow, barely. I thought he was going to take 4. He only took 3. If he took 4, he would have died. But, so he's down to 12k, but with a minute left.
He still might get Walker here. He's healing. He's back up to 20k or just under.
don't know if he
really
does.
need. They
And
really
there goes
need.
the Moskva, and that's the game.
It's all over. It is all over.
That is,
Well
yep,
played,
that's
Salvo.
indeed. So Salvo's going to win, and that's going to keep their hopes of advancing alive. YOLO, sitting on top of their division, will be still in a semi-decent spot, but we will have to watch, and we just want to watch those last few points tick out. And
this
Salvo,
game,
ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.